Hi, everyone, and welcome to fall. Libra season and leaves, pumpkins, apples, all kinds of things, fires, cozy fires. I hope all of you are doing well. My name is Aley at Heart and Soul Connected, and I'm pleased to be here with you today to talk about 5 different signs that you might see, knowing that your energy might be upgrading at a higher level. And, these are just a few that I have found. Doesn't mean there couldn't be other things coming along. So I want to give you a little bit of information on that and see if you're experiencing any of this by your living in these challenging times. So here's a wild statistic for you. A staggering 73% of people undergoing an energetic shift report the same first symptom, which is emotional whiplash. It is so intense. It is so disorienting. It feels like life is more like a carnival ride that lost its brakes. I think you know what that kind of might feel like. It's either like you're running and running and running, and then it comes to a dead stop. There's some emotional reaction that you're coming through. Now, that emotional reaction may be some kind of thing that's happening in the world. It also could be the energies of other folk. It could be solar storms, human resonance, which is the energy level of the planet, or just actually going through something that you're going through in your own Kundalini awakening, because we all go through that at some point, which brings us our spiritual gifts, and we want our chakras to remain aligned. It's 1 minute you're soaring, the next minute you're plummeting, and you're left wondering, what the heck just happened? I don't get it. I don't get it. It isn't moodiness. It is an internal recalibration. You are recalibrating. And since our DNA is also upgrading, it could be part and parcel of that as well. Stick with me till the very end, and I'll not only show you that initial chaos flips into clarity for you, but also how to navigate the turbulent waters with grace and maybe even some excitement. Because trust me, once you understand, that carnival ride can become a thrilling discovery of a thrilling journey of self-discovery. What do you think about that? So it's, you set your alarm clock. I don't know about you. I couldn't have it. It was too jarring. It was too much for me. I would tell my internal clock, I got to be up by 8 to get ready for 10 because I know what I have to do before 10 o'clock, or I have to drive, or I have to, take a shower, brush my teeth, or I need to do whatever it is that I need to do in order to get myself in clear grounding and not have this alarm clock. But there are times when we do get alarm clock, and we do need it. We don't want to miss a flight at 6 a.m. and you're not used to getting up at 3 or 2. So before your feet even hit the floor, it's like you're an Olympic runner when this happens, when this alarm clock happens. Either that or you keep hitting the snooze button, one or the other, right? But for some reason, you can't quite put your finger on, there's this buzzing, this undeniable sense of something's brewing. You just don't know what it is. By lunchtime, you've teared up at a meme that you've seen, or a video of let's say a little animal or a little kid or whatever it is. You've giggled uncontrollably at a half-forgotten memory. Maybe a word triggers something that happened when you were younger and it's just hilarious. Or you knew exactly who was calling even before your phone started to buzz. Yes, because even when we think about people, they're thinking about us, or we're going to hear from them, or they're going to hear from us. We're either being called to call them, or they're called to call us, or write us, or see us, or whatever it is. Does this sound familiar? If that whirlwind captures your last 24 hours, take a deep breath. Seriously, make sure you just take a deep breath, but not panic breaths. Bring it in, release it. You're not falling apart. You're just updating. You're upgrading. You're moving up. Your vibration's getting higher. You're not unraveling. You're evolving. Today, we're going to map out 5 unmistakable signals that a lot of people say, not just, this isn't just me, may be able to help your inner operating system, your essence, or patch you into a higher bandwidth. How about that? You might move from 3rd to 5th. Boom, you're going up, you're going up. It's preparing you for a whole new level of experience, and it's upgrading you in whatever way you are ready for that upgrade. It isn't about feeling good all the time. It's about expanding into a more authentic, powerful version of yourself. Ooh, and that is phenomenal. Your spiritual energy, that subtle life force flowing within you, is literally leveling up, and it's bringing some fascinating changes along with the ride. I don't know about you, but sometimes when you have no expectation, everything seems to move in divine right timing. And if you let it ride without trying to control it, because control is really kind of useless in a lot of ways, we just need to let things flow more. Think of yourself floating down a riverbank with not hurtful stones, but like the water does. It goes down and flows across the rocks. And there are bends in the river. And there are sometimes pool puddles that you lay in for a while. So the first sign here is the emotional roller coaster. And, I don't know about you, but I'm fine one moment and then something happens. Something happens. So what happened to me recently was the emotional roller coaster of losing my pet and then my other pet going missing. And I brought back all the memories of other pets that have run away and I've had to find, and losing my other pet. And I'm on this emotional roller coaster and I don't even know I'm on it. I'm looking for this. I get in my car, I go for a ride. I look past here, I go past there. And then when I finally find the pet, because the pet's like not that far away, I just lost it. I lost it. I started crying. I had to come lay down. I had to do all that stuff. It was an emotional roller coaster that I didn't even know I was on. Okay. So 1 minute you're drowning in a wave of nostalgia. Yeah, there you go. Perhaps for a time you can't even quite place. Okay. So it's okay. You don't have to analyze it. The next you're simmering with a righteous fury over something trivial. Maybe it's not really that trivial. I know I was, and I went into a righteous fury and canceled Hulu because I felt it wasn't something I wanted anymore if they were going to stifle the people that were on it. So you can see that there are different things that can bring you to this point. Or maybe something you thought you'd long ago forgiven niggles at you. It just nigs. It's like it chews on you. And you thought, geez, I thought I was over that. But you aren't. And then just as quickly, you're floating in a Zen-like peace as if nothing happened at all. Oh, I think I'll make myself some mac and cheese and good comfort food, And I don't know why I got so upset before, okay? If this sounds like your daily forecast, congratulations. You have the classic hallmark of a spiritual energy upgrade. Oh, you mean this is good? Yes, it is. What's going on? Think of your body as a sophisticated hard drive. How about that one? And over the years, you've stored all sorts of emotional files in the deep recesses of your mind. That lingering breakup grief from high school or your 40s. It doesn't really matter. The searing third grade shame over a misspelled word, or even the awkward thing you blurted out in 2014 that still makes you cringe. They're all in there, creating energetic blockages. And of course, as you know, I have Pam Drennan come on to help us release some of those energetic blockages. But something might have triggered that thing, something in your subconscious, something in a dream you had. There's lots of ways. You could be reading a book about a story, and it's exactly your life. That could trigger that as well. During an upgrade, these old stagnant feelings start shaking loose. All right. It's kind of like how your hairs on your head fall out when you brush your hair. Over time, in the shower, you'll notice there's a lot of hair at the bottom, especially if it's long. It sort of accumulates down there. it's like sediment in the bottom of a pond stirring up, and it looks muddy. It muddies the waters. Your system is literally purging. You're trying to run on a cleaner, more higher vibrational frequency, and it's upgrading you. It's making it more current for you, because of course, every 7 years everything changes in the body, and so this is in the etheric field as well. So think about it that way. This is a good thing if you can get through it and understand it and not worry about it. It shouldn't create anxiety in you if you understand it. Okay. So it's almost like overwhelming surge of emotion, or you get a snow globe and you shake it up and you see all the snow. It's like that. But those flakes have to swirl in the chaos before the scene can be settled into a clear landscape, right? Your inner world is doing the same. So instead of resisting, never worth it, which is only prolonging the turbulence, try to ride the wave. I had to actually do that when I had a kidney stone recently, and I was in a lot of pain, and I had to slow my breathing down and ride the wave. And I hope it's not that painful. It should never be that painful. So your inner world is doing it, and journal about it. Let those emotions spill onto the page without any kind of filter. It's your journal. Nobody else is going to read it unless you let them. Thank the wave for bringing in the old energies to the surface so you can release them. The moment you stop fighting the current, the ride slows. The intensity softens, and you'll find yourself stepping off feeling remarkably lighter, clearer, and truly free. It isn't about being overly sensitive. Don't let anyone tell you that. It's about becoming exquisitely attuned to the subtle shifts within us. How about that? Then we have sign 2. Okay. Once you've assimilated that sign, you get intuition, or is off the charts. Off the charts. It's in overdrive. It is. Have you ever thought of a friend and they called 5 seconds later, your phone rings with their name, or felt a sudden chill, a sense of impending change, only for the sky to crack open with a storm? This isn't mere coincidence. It's your inner antenna stretching and reaching for new frequencies. This morning, reading with another reader, she pulled a card and she started to read the response to it, and she started reading the response to another card. And it was by synchronicity, but there are no accidents. And so that message was just as important for this person to hear than the one she later read. So yeah, interesting. So during an energy upgrade, your antenna is up. The veil between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, between the seen and unseen, thins out. Okay, just like it does between, say, 2 and 4 in the morning. And this means that you get downloads, flashes of insight, gut feelings, and sudden knowings. And they arrive faster, clearer, and with more conviction. You might think, why am I thinking these things? I am thinking these things. But it's them that's downloading. It's your spirit guides. It's your universal connection to your intuition. It's like your personal Wi-Fi signal just got a huge boost on it. Treat these nudges not as random, treat them as push notifications. Have you, which you really want to hear from the universe, from your higher self. That's who's talking to you. We all have a higher self, and that is instrumental in helping us hear what we need to hear, and helps with our gut intuition as well. So when a hunch shows up, and even smaller, insignificant things, act on it in a low stakes way. We all could hear the universe perhaps saying, you're going to win that mega millions today. And we might say, well, maybe I should just buy a ticket. You got the hearing that you need to do that. And maybe you win $5. Okay. $5 is $5. I never look a gift horse in the mouth. Whatever shows up for me is a gift. So that's fine. Text the person you thought of, even if it's to say hello. Take that side street on your gut. That's helped me a great deal because there's been an accident on that other road and I didn't know it at the time. Even if it adds a few minutes to your commute, don't let it bother you. Don't let that bother you at all. Drink that extra glass of water that your body really craves. If you're hungry, you may be thirsty. If you're not drinking enough water every day, you absolutely have to listen to that. They're all micro yeses. And each time you honor that whisper, tell the universe, hey, I'm listening. And guess what? The signal boosts even more. It tells the universe that your intuitive muscles are opening up and you are hearing. And it's not outside as much as inside, okay? The heightened intuition isn't about predicting lottery numbers again, just as I had mentioned. It's about navigating your life from an internal compass that points you toward the highest good. Wouldn't we want the highest good for ourselves? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Some people sabotage. You don't want to be one of those. You want your highest good. We all want our highest good. Sometimes the highest good comes disguised as losing something. And we think, oh, and we lament, why did I have to lose that? That was for your highest good. Look at it that way. I'm not some pie in the sky person that says everything is wonderful. Oh, but at the same time, we need to be positive. We need to follow the leads. Okay. Hey, why wouldn't you want to? It's like having a little gremlin here telling you. So the heightened intuition is about navigating your life, pointing you to the highest good, guiding you toward opportunities that are good for you and away from pitfalls with a effortless grace that you might never have thought possible. But sometimes you go, God, it was like a miracle. It's amazing. And it's to get you to realize you have the power. You have the power. We all have the power. It's about tapping into a wisdom greater than your logical, scientific, mathematical mind. Some things just can't be explained, and that's okay. The third sign is sleep shenanigans. And I love this because I host a dream show. So how about you've been experiencing frustrating 3 a.m. stare downs, lying wide awake while the rest of the world sleeps? Guilty. Or having vivid cinematic dreams where your grandma hands you a mysterious set of keys. Or even taking naps that feel like a rest and not like a rest, but more like a brief coma. Welcome to the club. If you can take a rest, even if it's for 10 or 15 minutes, because you're working and you have other issues, your body is asking you to. It is. It's demanding you do. And that's when you might have to put an alarm to go off. That's quite possible. Your body, your brilliant, incredible body, is doing rewiring while your conscious mind is offline dreaming or napping. It's almost like your internal computer is running a massive software update. And sometimes we get so irritated because they take too long. This update will go through in 25 minutes. And you're like, I have to get on here and do my work. So yeah, you just got to let that update come in. Your melatonin is cycling, those natural rhythms that govern your sleep, and they often get hijacked when your kundalini, or the powerful spiritual energy at the base of your spine, surges and begins to move. This helped me a great deal. Oh my God. I can't get to sleep because I'm upgrading. My kundalini is clearing my chakras. It's bringing me in new information. And then when it finally lets me sleep, it gives me the messages from the upgrade. Okay. It isn't really insomnia. It's your system recalibrating. So what's the hack? Make your bedtime boring. Oh, so boring. And I mean gloriously boring. No blue lights from screens past a certain hour, no caffeine past noon, no thrilling page-turning paperbacks, no TV episodes that you just want to keep. You got to get your mind to stop buzzing. They're clamoring for the attention, and your upgrade's over here going, okay? If you pop awake instead of panicking or fighting it, treat it as bonus meditation time. Don't reach for your phone. Just lie still, breathing deeply using the techniques like a 4-7-8 method. Inhale to 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8, and gently remind yourself that horizontal rest still absolutely exists. Even if you're not in a deep unconscious slumber, your nervous system is learning new tracks. It's understanding. It's like threading. Some of you might remember when you had a cassette and you had to use a pencil because it came unthreaded. You got to get that threading back in so we can listen to the song. Yeah. And I know I'm dating myself here. So it isn't wasted time. It's crucial integration time. Okay. It's not a waste of time. And sometimes we're like, oh my God, I got to get to bed. I'm exhausted. I got so much to do tomorrow and I don't want to do this. And I got to do this. And I got to stop. Your dream world becomes a rich landscape for symbolic messaging and energetic clearing. Pay attention to those vivid dreams. And they often hold keys to understanding your current energetic shifts and the guidance of your waking life. And remember, every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, US, and 4 o'clock Pacific Time, Dream Show. Bring it in. Bring it in. You can't figure it out? We'll have a group work on it. You've got buddies here. Sign number 4 is tech glitches and light bulb flickers. What about that? Ever notice streetlights flickering as you walk by, or your phone unexpectedly freezes, or the radio suddenly fuzzing out right when you were on a particularly good song and you didn't want it to stop? You might be a walking Wi-Fi on legs. The 4th sign, tech glitches and light bulb flickers, is a surprising, common, and often amusing indicator that your spiritual energy is moving up. Today, there have been a lot of glitches on YouTube that people have mentioned in my chat. Why? Because they were upgrading, perhaps. I can't be sure. I'm not them. But it seems like there's some boost in the Wi-Fi here. When your personal energy field, aka your aura, starts to vibrate at a faster frequency, it can actually interfere with the electromagnetic fields of nearby electronics, and so can quartz crystals. Don't put them too close to your computer or your television, okay? They get a little confused, like trying to tune into a station that's suddenly broadcasting at a different wavelength. Your energetic output is clearing microsurges around you. So what do you do when you're inadvertently short-circuiting the smart home? Ground yourself before you scroll. See yourself as sitting on the ground if you can't get outside. And see yourself bringing in the energies of Mother Earth all through the chakra system, letting it blast out the top of your head. And then if you want, you can bring in the new from above and tether it into the earth. Whatever way that works for you. Everybody can be different when they do this, okay? There is no right or wrong way. It's your way, okay? This really isn't crunchy spiritual advice, actually. It's practical energy management. So even if you're not spiritual in the least, this could help you, okay? Take your bare feet outside, test the soil, the grass, the concrete. A quick shower can wash away. The ions will work on that. Try a snack with a root like a potato, carrots, beets, anything that grows deep in the earth. These foods act like energetic anchors, pulling excess charge out of your aura and reconnecting you to the stable frequency of the planet. Sometimes we're too much in our head. We have to be more grounded. Actually, Libra season, be more balanced. Bring it in and bring it down. Try to make yourself as balanced as possible, okay? If you're into crystals, carry a small chunk of black tourmaline or labradorite. It's known for grounding. For the skeptics among us, simply touch a metal railing or a tree trunk. This can also serve the same purpose. Discharging any built up static. You all know what happens to your hair when you wear a hat in the winter and you take it off and it goes, right? Zing. Either way, the goal is to stay connected to the Earth's steady energy. This helps you to stabilize your own fluctuating field, not just keeping your gadgets connected to you, but more importantly, keeping you connected to your own sense of balance and calm. And it will help with this, and it will help with anxiety. If you're having anxiety, it's a playful reminder you are powerful. Your energy is powerful. And as it increases, it is powerful, and others can feel that energy when you walk in the room. If you have a very down energy, it brings down the room. So you want to try to stay, but we all have it sometimes, try to aim for the higher energies. You need to learn to manage it as well. You already have been doing this. You just didn't know it, perhaps. Number 5 is an identity detox. I love all of these. All of these are so important. The 5th sign is one of the most disorienting and yet liberating, the identity detox. Suddenly you go to comfort, your comfort drink tastes strangely like an artificial syrup. This has happened to me. I've had coffee that's horrible. I know something's been going on. Your once beloved playlist just doesn't feel like it's what you want to hear right now. And that ambitious 5-year plan you crafted now looks like somebody else's homework. It's foreign. It's uninspiring. It's not where you are anymore. Congratulations, your old costume is shedding. This isn't just a change of taste. It's a fundamental shift in your core frequency. You can actually look different. And I know someone that's just been through this and had this happen. Okay. So during a spiritual energy upgrade, your system actually actively deletes old preferences, outdated beliefs, even friendships and habits from the files that you have here. They don't match who you are anymore. And you know this feeling. Something's off. This person isn't, maybe it's me. Maybe they're off because you're not used to them being the way they are. Maybe you feel that they're off. Like, I don't resonate with this energy anymore. Okay. It's like your soul's clearing out all the clutter that no longer serves you or your highest vibration. This phase can feel unsettling, perhaps like a profound loneliness or an inexplicable boredom with things that once brought you joy. I journaled for over 8 years, every day, without fail. Used stickers, I can't get myself to get back to it. And it's all been since the beginning of 2025. And I know what it is. I love journaling. I don't want to talk about the things that are happening right now culturally. And I know that I would. So I've protected myself from that. And that doesn't mean I might not go back to it because there are other things to journal about. It's just that at this point, I have other things that I'm upgrading and I got to work on those things. So you may go back to something eventually when you're ready. And that's up to you. You don't ever have to go back if you don't want. What you're feeling is spaciousness. It's a beautiful, expansive vacuum where the old resided. And that vacuum, it's an invitation. You've already sucked out some of this stuff you're not using anymore. You got some room. It's like your clothes closet. I can't justify buying myself a new pair of pants when I have 34 pants in there and I need to get rid of some of them. I've got to clean my closet out in order to have room for the new to come in. Or maybe I just don't need 34 pants and I don't need anything new to come in because it already has. All right. Use this. Experiment, rediscover. Try something you were terrible at as kids, like sketching. Somebody said last night in the dream show, they don't like to write. They don't like to make sketches. They're being asked to sketch. Okay. Roller skating or even singing off key in the shower. Revisit some of your old hobbies with fresh eyes or explore new interests that suddenly pique your curiosity. That curiosity, the gentle pull toward the unknown, is the breadcrumb trail taking you to the next one. More authentic, version of you. It's a signal that you're shedding layers of who you thought you were or supposed to be, and making space for the magnificent and authentic person that you truly are. Don't be afraid of this emptiness. It's okay. It is what it is. Embrace it as fertile growth for new things to come into your life. It isn't about losing yourself. It's about finding the truest, most vibrant iteration of yourself. Section 6, what this means for you tomorrow. Okay. These 5 signals that I've already talked about. What is the most powerful one that you resonate with or have in the past? Which one hit you the hardest? A lot of them, each one of them hit me when I first started doing the research. Was it the wild emotional roller coaster? Surprising psychic pop-ups? Midnight insomnia? Glitchy gadgets? Or the profound taste change identity detox? Drop the number 1 through 5 in the comments below, because I'd love to know if any of these spoke to you. And let me know if there's any topics that you would love to talk more about. I love to do this, and I would love to be able to school you in some of these things. And of course, it's your free will to choose whether or not you want to do any of these things or do 0. That's your choice. Remember, you have that choice, free will. So let's be absolutely clear. You're not broken. When these things happen, you are not broken. You're being fixed. You are becoming something more magnificent. You're absolutely broadband. And you've just upgraded to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10G. Who knows? Who knows? You're upgrading to a wider, higher capacity, a clear connection to everything around you. So treat any chaos or confusion or overwhelmment as a confirmation or proof that something incredible is happening to you. Keep your feet on the ground, literally and metaphorically, and practice those grounding techniques, and stay curious. Always stay curious, okay? Don't let yourself be dragged into the fear. Don't be fearful. Do the breathing. Do the grounding. Let that sense of wonder guide you into each new experience and each new feeling, each new insight. And that friend who keeps asking you, what in the world is happening to you? Or how did you know that? You can smile back, because here's the beautiful truth. The universe doesn't give you more than you can handle, ever. Quite honestly. I know that's hard to believe, especially when we have to lose friends, family, pets, other things, jobs. I mean, yeah. But it actually gives you what you can transmute. You can change. You can move into something better. It offers you the perfect ingredients for your next profound level of growth. You're not surviving. You're upgrading. I'll see you in the next upgrade. Be proud of yourself. Thanks, everybody. Much love.